dreams. Colors come alive. Chameleons changing, no two are alike. Inspired to learn about the world outside. Here I go on a journey wild and wide. Microscope zoom in a whole new sight. Madagascar beckons, it's a magical fight. Exploring the wonders with eyes open wide. I'm on a quest with knowledge as my guide. Woodworking hands shaping dreams anew. Creating beauty from the depths of truth. Building bridges, connecting old and new. Crafting tales that will touch hearts through.
What the heck is going on out there? Chameleon people, very good to see you. It is Tuesday, and we are ready to hang out and be chameleon people, because that's what we love to do. So, hello, everybody. Go ahead and let's see. Do we have anybody? Oh, yeah, we got a lot going on in Florida. So all you people out there in Florida, oh, man, you're going to be, you guys are going to be hit hard again. And so just sorry to hear that, and all of you chameleon people, wishing the best on that one. So, hey, Kiki's here. What the heck? Daffy's Reptiles is here. Hey, everybody. I'll be, when I find out the exact date, I'm going to be, there's a real cool podcast interview I did with Daffy's Reptiles. And as soon as I know exactly when it's going to be out, I have a maybe date, but when I hear from Fadi when it actually is coming out, I'll let you all know. It's a very cool interview. We talked about a lot of real cool stuff. So I like this interview very much. So yes, Exotic Bob's Machacos, I hear you got more babies. Excellent. Congratulations. We need Daffy with the Mountain Horn Dragon. That's exactly the Daffy. October 15th, it is. All right, everybody. We're going to have on Daffy's Reptiles. That's on YouTube and podcast. We're going to have an interview. Now, of course, you don't have to remember that, because I am going to be making I'm going to be announcing it quite often between now and then. So let's see what's going on with Eliza Ann. Medicating my tree beard, putting him in his enclosure, then I'll be more active in chat. Bob, congrats. Yeah, Eliza Ann, are you doing the metronidazole? Or are you doing antibiotics? Actually, which one are you doing? We found out. Yeah, Eliza Ann is trying to figure out what tree beard her panther chameleon is up to, and I'm not sure what's going on. We identified that there was entamoeba, but the lab said it wasn't invadens, which is the real bad form of entamoeba. The other entamoebas are commensal; they just hang out, they don't do anything. So, we're glad about that, but still have to figure out what's going on with Treebeard. Hey, Dean's here. So, see, Julian saying just had a clutch of veiled chameleon eggs hatch out today. Oh my goodness, that is whenever you have a clutch of veiled chameleon eggs, you've got an adventure ahead of you. They are little monsters. They just gobble up everything. You just throw $100 bills at them. They'll eat it. They'll eat it. So connection's a little spotty. Your voice is breaking in and out. I need to hear from other people. Does that sound like it's on my side? If it is, I'm going to have to take a look at it. But please give me a sound check out there, everybody. Let me know if the audio is going in and out, because I got to figure something out. So let's see. Eliza Ann is getting ophthalmic eye drops for his eyes. Okay. Sounds good. Calendar mark for October 15th. Yes, we will have quite the time doing it. Okay, Daffy says it's glitchy. All right, everybody. A number of people are saying that. Let's see what's going on. No, I don't like that. What can I do about this? A little popping sound. Well, gosh darn it. Okay, it sounds like, okay, so give me a second as I try to figure out what the heck is going on. All right, everybody, I took care of a little bit of the connection, so let me know if that helped. If it didn't, I'm not sure what I can do, but I can do some if it gets annoying to the point where you really can't listen to it, then I got to do something traumatic about it, and I will do something Yeah, I will do something big. Let's see. Oh no, yeah, we are nope, the same. Gosh darn it. All right, there we have a thank you to Daffy's Reptiles. Use your video on Emerald Tree Skinks. Help me get up and running. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna take this from my microphone. Let's see. All right, folks, let's try this. Let's see what happens. All right, I have changed the microphone. Please give me some feedback as to how it is now. Yeah, let's see if this fixes it. So, Annette, do you have Emerald Tree Skinks? That is very cool. I love Emerald Tree Skinks. Why so serious? Had 11 baby Jacksons 1 week ago. Any solid advice to keep them strong and healthy? Yeah. Exotic Bob's has the #1 piece of advice. Raise the babies individually. Jackson's chameleons are known for dying out at 3 months, and there's 2 reasons for this. People raise them together, and about 3 months is all they can handle, and then they start dying. And nighttime drops. If you get them down into the low 60s or even the 50s, nighttime drops, they will do better. But the biggest thing is raise them individually. There is a reputation about Jackson's chameleons in the community that they are not hardy, that they're fragile. And some people actually came on and said, I expect a 50% death rate, 75% death rate. No, you can have 100% survivability of robust Jackson's chameleons. Raise them separately. That's if you want to call it secret, that is it. Okay, sound is better. Thank you very much, everybody. Now it sounds like you're in a tunnel, but easier to hear. Okay, well, I'm going to accept that because, yes, I am doing a microphone that is further away and isn't as good as the one that is supposed to be working better. So maybe I'm going to have to replace this microphone. Nathan's asking, are bamboo sticks from Home Depot safe to use for horizontal branches, or should I try to Cobra weave paracord over them to make them softer and safer? I would say don't use bamboo sticks at all. Just go out and find some natural sticks from a tree and use them. That is the absolute best way to do it. Bamboo sticks, dowels, and these artificial vines and such just don't do well for chameleons. So that's really the advice I give you, is find some natural sticks. If you can't find natural sticks, then I mean, you can use bamboo. But the thing is that it's slick, and it's just not comfortable for the chameleons. So definitely, if you can, get some natural branches from trees in your yard or any park forested area. Into the 50s, crazy. Yes. Jackson's chameleon. For some reason, Jackson's chameleons are just strange chameleons. Well, not strange. They're unique in the way that they are part of those that are so sensitive to not getting nighttime drops. You would think that veiled chameleons would be the same way because they're of a higher elevation. Yes, they do very well when you give them nighttime drops in the 50s. They can handle into the 40s, no problem. But it's Jackson's chameleons that'll actually start dying off in about 6 months. Their immune system weakens. They just need that nighttime drop. Don't know what it is about Jackson's chameleons that makes them special like this. It just is. It just is. Got my front chest pack camera holder from Madagascar. All right, everybody. Yep, James is coming to Madagascar, and he's going to have a camera in front that's going to, like an Iron Man thing, that's going to record everything we do. Thank you very much, Bob. Very good to hear that you were successful with what I've said. And it's always good to get that feedback, because I do value the feedback of people letting me know how my information is working or not, because I consider everything that I do constantly upgradable. I am not static. So let's see what we got over here. Okay. Have to tell everyone, I never knew of the UVB meter until all of you. I tested my bearded dragon's light and it was at 0. Oh no, oh no. Bulb wasn't even due for changing yet. I fixed it. I keep bulbs on hand. Excellent, excellent. Alicia, yes. There is no substitute for having a UVB meter. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, everybody's needs to have one. I actually have 2. So. And I guess I'm making a trip and a hearty financial investment in some new enclosures. Thank you for that. Yeah, and why so serious? It's with chameleons, it's just necessary. I know people have tried to keep them together for decades. That's why everybody says chameleons are so fragile. No, just keep them separately, and it's amazing how hardy they are. So yeah, it is, and we chameleon keepers, we have to go through this. It means a lot of cages, and that's just part of the chameleon experience. That's they decided that. They decided that. So Alicia fixed it. I want to say thank you. You're very welcome. I am glad that we saved the UVB experience there. Jarek tells the truth. Can't wait to see what data you guys collect and what you all see, James. Yeah, better not see the top of a tree. That's for sure. Yeah. Can't wait to breathe in all that Madagascar. Yeah, everybody, we are getting very close to getting to Madagascar. That's what, 2.5 months away. So it's coming down to the sprint. I am actually starting to pack. It's the first time in my life I've packed this far ahead. So this is true. I recommend people go to Madagascar if you can. It is so incredible. Summer. Hi, guys. Tuning in from Tampa, Florida. I was supposed to pick up our first Nosy Bay chameleon this weekend. That plan is delayed until we see how Milton plays out. Yeah. Yep. that makes sense. Oh boy. Yeah, best of luck there. Um, huh. Jarek, I don't think James and I can stop rubbing it in. So I apologize ahead of time for for this issue, for this character flaw of ours that we keep working on. And by the way, speaking of characters, tomorrow morning there is quite the episode of the DIY Chameleon Guys. And for those who are new here, every Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific, we launch a video of the DIY Chameleon Guys. And it's a show, YouTube video show, where James and I talk about a DIY project for chameleon keepers. Now, we've built cages, we've done foggers, we've put together systems. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to put together an electrical system. So we got electrical stuff all over, lights and foggers and misters, oh my. And so somehow it's all got to come together with timers and such. And tomorrow we launch an episode where we talked about how to do an electrical panel. And so that is going to be live at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. So if you're on the Eastern Coast, you could sleep until 8. But the first showing always has a live chat because we do a premiere live chat. Me and James are there, the Illuminati are there, and we're all just having a good time, starting the day off right with a bunch of chameleon goodness. Hey, Marsha Ann is here. Excellent. Excellent. Good to see you. How you doing, Marsha? Everybody's asking about you. See how you doing. What the heck? Unzarium may or may not be working on a way to supply solar meters at an affordable cost. All right, then. Okay. You didn't hear it here. DIY guys need to open up a store. Yeah. Well, when James retires, we'll make a store. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, there is an excess of character. I'll just say that. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? Okay, I got to find out. I got to see if I took some photos to share with you all because no, I got to find a good one. I got to show you my little flappy ears. My little flappy guy. This is my baby brevicorn. Yeah, let's see. There we go. So I'm downloading them now. And so I'm going to be bringing them up on the screen here so you can see. Give me a second here because I want to show you my little baby brevicorn. Oh, they are so cute. Crow, there we go. Almost. Hang tight. There you go. You can see his little flat. I love the back where you have those spines and spikes. And then, of course, you can see his flappy ears. That's always a lot of fun. So let's see. You got to see. Let's see. Show you another one. All right. This is kind of blurry because these guys are like pains in the butt to actually try to get pictures of. They don't stay still. They swivel around the branch like good chameleons would. And it is so hard to focus on them when they're doing their thing. So we're going to put that up. They are doing great. Let's see if you can see that. I am really happy with them. I can't wait until they get bigger, and then we see if we can put them together with Steve Hefner's babies, and we can finally get some nice F2 brevicorn in the world. Wish I could watch DIY episodes when they come out, but I work a weird shift and I need to sleep then. Yeah, that's understandable. I did pick 5 a.m. because that between the West Coast and the East Coast, that was the best time I could come up with. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Hey, Japan's in the house. Hello, colors. Flappy flaps. There you go. Yeah, spiky looking. So they do well. Let's see. Perhaps James can show us how to DIY a UVB meter. I don't know that that's under the purview of a carpenter, but you know what? I've learned never to underestimate what James is doing in his garage. So we'll see. We shall see. Hey, Randy. Is it normal for Jackson's clutch to double on the second clutch compared to the first? You mean double the number of babies? If that's what you mean, no, that is not normal. Now, okay, well, wait a minute. If the question answer, did she mate? If this is a retained clutch, no, that's not normal. If she mated after having the previous clutch, then yes, it is normal for the clutches to get larger. This is actually my strategy for Jackson's chameleons. When I was breeding Jackson's chameleons, is I would mate them when they were young. And so they would have a smaller first clutch because they were smaller chameleons. By young, I mean adult. They were adult. They had turned green. They were adults. And so they'd have a smaller first clutch, which is normal. And they can get bigger and bigger clutches as they get older. I had a Xantholophus that gave me 50 babies. That was way too much. So I have them mate as soon as they become sexually mature, and then I don't mate them again. So every subsequent clutch has fewer fertile, but as they get bigger, they want to have more. And so this is a way that I control how many I have. I mean, it's absolutely not a perfect way of doing it. Their body does what they want to, but if you, let's see, no mating. All right, he says no mating. The first was 10. The second was 16. Interesting. That's not my usual experience, but it's certainly within, I mean, we're us trying to control what the chameleon's body does never works. They always do whatever they want to. So we can only control on average what they are doing. But all right, that's well, you know what? I bet you Exotic Bob's Machacos, are you having any trouble finding homes for them? Because I know there are people who love Machacos Hills. Let's see. Do they retain sperm? Daffies, yes. They absolutely retain sperm, which has caused no end to chaos within the chameleon community. Because people buy a single female, they come home, and a year later, they all of a sudden have babies. And wait a minute, how'd this happen? And then, of course, the Machacos Hills Jackson's chameleons, the females have horns, so sometimes they're sold as males, and that's a double surprise for somebody after they get them home. But yes, they retain sperm, and they can retain sperm for a year, maybe even 2 years. Whew. Lots of adventure and chaos within the chameleon community with those. Any advice on eye rubbing against branches and eyes closed during the day? Yeah, there's something going on that is not good, and you need to get this to your chameleon to the vet to figure out what's going on. Eye rubbing against branches, eyes closed during the day. I'm going to guess it could be vitamin A deficiency, but that's just a guess, absolute guess. It could be that there's a physical something in the eye, like a debris or something. The thing with an eye problem is you want to get it looked at by a vet to identify what the eye problem is, because of all the different things that go wrong with an eye. You don't want to be treating for the wrong thing, because then it's completely useless and cause stress on your chameleon. You want to be treating for the right thing. And the only way to figure that out is go to a vet and have them tell you what it is. Nick says, let's all take a moment to click that like button and show our appreciation. Yes, thank you very much. Hit the likes. Let the world know this is a good place to be. Thank you. Love having you all here and love being able to do this show. I heard eyes closed during the day is a sign of stress. Jarek, eyes closed during the day is a sign of all sorts of stuff. overload of stress is one thing. If a chameleon is highly stressed and they can't escape, like they're trapped, like this is what happens when people hold them in their hand, and every time they try to run away, the person brings them back and holds them in their hand, and the chameleon finally gives up trying to get away and says, okay, I'm going to die, and it just closes their eyes and shuts down. And of course the people going, oh, he's sleeping he's sleeping in my hand, he trusts me. No, no, no. A dog sleeping on you, it's because they trust you. A chameleon sleeping on you, it's because they've given up and they're ready to die. You've stressed them, overstressed them. So that's the unfortunate thing about eyes closed. But it also can be from internal issues, parasite load, or feeling sick, and they just close down. Yeah, the thing with the chameleon closing their eyes, it could be anything, and so that's one of the first signs that we see of something's getting really serious. But boy, then we got to play detective and figure out exactly what it is. No trouble finding homes, sold all the first batch and held back one. Excellent, excellent, good to hear that. What I miss? What? Well, you missed great stuff. You missed all sorts of stuff, but you're here now, so that's cool. But you did get to see on the screen a little baby brevicorn, so that makes up for everything. This is the cutest thing of the day, and you're seeing it right now. Group that was born on Sunday is already 5 sold in February. Excellent. That is great to hear. Great to hear. If I'm gut loading feeders with bee pollen, would you recommend including dusting with bee pollen daily for feeding also? Kevin, I would. The truth about gut loading and supplementation is it's all a guess. Really, we're with supplementation and gut loading, we're just throwing as much against the wall as possible and seeing what happens. We don't know. I mean, bee pollen is not a natural thing for a cricket to eat. We don't know what the cricket is doing when it digests bee pollen. So we don't know if it's totally inactivating everything that's good in bee pollen. We don't know how much of the bee pollen, maybe it all just passes through. So that's the case with just about everything that we feed our crickets. And so there's a lot of companies that make cricket mash who like to do these studies, but really it's a guess. So until we know more, just continue, bee pollen on the crickets. You can gut load. And if you had to choose between the two, I actually choose putting it on the cricket because we know that the bee pollen would actually get into the chameleon in its, well, I guess its active form. And if a chameleon were to ingest bee pollen in the wild, that's the way they would do it because it would be on bees and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, just checking what's going on Instagram here. And so want to hear what's going on. Actually, I got a little bit more to say, but let me know in the chat what's going on in the future. And I have not pulled up baby Jackson's photos yet. So we're going to have to save that for Saturday. But people, please let me know in the chat what you are doing as far as chameleon stuff in the coming weeks. I want to let you know that I'm starting a new channel, and it will launch on Monday. And so for all my Cluminati who want to be with me on another day, instead of on Thursday, I'm going to be moving it to Monday. So Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific, we're going to have another premiere. And that I think is the day that I want to settle on. I may move it around a little bit as to when when it would be received better. But this channel is going to be applying a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about here in the Chameleon Academy, but that applies to the general reptile world. And so it's going to be in a general reptile channel. And but you're going to see a lot of the real cool stuff that we talk about. You'd be surprised at how much that we talk about isn't normal within the general reptile community. We here have a pretty obsessive drive towards learning new things and trying out new things and really trying to grow our community. And so we've aggressively come up with a number of concepts that other people would benefit from, and we're going to benefit when we get all those other minds on the same page talking about the same thing. And that's what I've done in the Chameleon community, is continually bring on people in the community and bring it onto the show, interviewed, so you all can hear what's going on out there, how other people are thinking. So it's expanding what we're doing with the Chameleon Academy to the rest of the reptile world, and I'm pretty excited for it. And I will say more about it in the newsletter and on Saturday. So and by the way, it would mean a lot to me if you would either be at the premiere. If you can't be at the premiere, if you would check out the channel, because a good launch is always a good thing in YouTube's eyes. So let's see. Chameleons will eat bees? Oh yes, Jarek, they love bees. And they do not care about that stinger. They just gobble bees up like anything. Let's see. Okay. Looks like we got a lot of babies coming up. So yeah, everybody sending me your baby pictures. Looks like we got to have a baby montage for Saturday. So everybody, baby pictures, and I'll do a baby montage for Saturday. We'll do Brevicorn, we'll do Machacos Hills, we'll do Carpet Chameleons, and Peterai. Oh, actually, he said they're hatching soon, so that's okay. I'll take some that I already have. Let's do that. We're down here in Florida. There's a hurricane passing and might have no power for a few days. What would you recommend me do when power goes out? You probably don't have to do anything. Now, the big question is, what's the temperature going to be like? And I've never been through a hurricane. Whenever I have a rainstorm, it's cold. So the question is, what's the temperature like during a hurricane? You do not have to worry about cold temperature. You just have to worry about hot temperature. So as long as it's 70s or below, then you can just leave your chameleon in the, as long as it's not getting down to freezing. So just leave the chameleon in the dark, in the cold, and they will do fine without the UVB. They will do fine without the light. I mean, they don't like this. This is not good husbandry, but they are going to survive just fine. A couple of days without UVB, a couple of days without light, and of course, no heating. But really, the thing that will kill them is if it starts getting into the 80s, then you got a problem. So, Kevin, what's your situation as far as what temperatures will your chameleons see? Now, obviously, if there's flooding, that's another issue. So Jace here has got a RBB male and a blue Ambanja. That's a red body blue bar envelope for those who don't know. Will Chameleon Academy still get down and dirty with the advanced chameleon stuff? Absolutely. This new channel is in addition to what I'm doing with the Chameleon Academy. And in fact, it's going to allow me to get even down and dirtier with advanced chameleon stuff, because I'm not trying to grow the channel. So just as an explanation, lately I've been trying to, I've had this struggle with the Chameleon Academy as to, do I focus in on the advanced chameleon stuff that nobody in YouTube land would care about. I mean, they walk by and they say, "Oh my gosh, UVB gradient? What the heck is this?" That's not a way to grow the channel. And so I've been doing general purpose stuff. Like the last one was fighting reptile parasites, and it was more for a general audience. And I didn't that just it was just pulling me in different directions. So what I decided to do is keep the Chameleon Academy the way it is, with all of the community stuff going on. We have so much community stuff going on. This is such a strong community. I'm not touching. I mean, these live sessions are going to continue just like we're doing it. DIY Chameleon Guys is going to be continuing. And as soon as I get my feet under me, I am going to be able to continue with very focused chameleon issues that are not meant for the general populace. Me starting this other channel will be the growth channel. That will be the one that's available for all the reptile people and have stuff that they would be interested in. So it's better for the YouTube algorithm. Now it knows, okay, these are the people that like the Chameleon channel. These are the people that like the regular reptile channel. So it allows me to not try to do both in one channel. So it's actually going to get better. Now, when I'm starting this channel, there will be a couple of weeks here that I'm getting my schedule under my belt, trying to get everything settled. So my first Chameleon Academy hard-hitting chameleon video, I've already got it planned. And so it'll probably be a couple of weeks before I'm able to get that into rotation once I've launched this channel and got it going. Oh, hey, can confirm you guys are far ahead of the rest of the hobby. That's great to hear from Daffy. We work hard on it. We work very hard. For those that breed, at what point do you put the laben in the enclosure after a after a mating has occurred? Depending on the species, if you're talking about a panther chameleon or a veiled chameleon, 30 days, or when the female starts pacing the bottom of the cage. That's the time to do it. So it's nice. They actually kind of give you an idea of when they're going to do it. Although panther chameleons and sometimes veiled chameleons, they have a way of just picking a flower pot, so they may surprise you. But if you put it in like at 30 days, say at 20 days, what the heck? Put it in early. Then you'll hit it. How do I get added to those notifications for the new channel? Alicia, the new channel, I will put a link to it in the newsletter coming out, and then I will start providing that link on all of my social medias by this weekend. And so it will, I've already got it. It just isn't populated yet. And so once I get the basic population on it, I'll start sharing that link. So let's see. Raka, Harley Davidson. My chameleon doesn't like crickets dusted with calcium. What are other ways to ensure my chameleon gets proper amounts of calcium? That's interesting that he doesn't like calcium. I would consider trying to lightly dust with calcium. Maybe it's because it's too much calcium. Other than that, you can start trying other kind of feeders like black soldier fly larvae that are high in calcium naturally. And so that's a way you can get calcium into your picky chameleon. Let's see, and Eliza Ann is talking about disaster with hurricanes. Don't let them get too high. Focus on temps. Have a box ready to go for your animals in case you need to evacuate. That's a good one. That's a good one. Be ready for evacuation with a little. I use little plastic containers. That's they're not happy about it, but at least they're alive. Yeah. Let's see, Nick is sharing. My panther loves honeybees and bumblebees. Oh, bumblebees, the big ones. He doesn't like wasps and hornets, like you can tell. One day he pretty much jumped down a shrub to get a honeybee. Yeah, the mud daubers, they make me nervous. Now my chameleons don't care, but they make me nervous because they're the ones that have their stinger on a long arm to where they can bring it around. That makes me nervous. So, but they don't care. They're gonna do it anyways. Just shows from the kind of convos you're having in here. Yeah, guys. I mean, the stuff we talk about, this is why this is so important. I love these live sessions. It's because we can actually have more of a conversation and exchange ideas. So we've got a good system going on here, and let's not take this for granted. This exchange system. I mean, the whole Chameleon Academy was about bringing people on and bringing on new ideas. It was never about me just saying this is what I think and everybody's got to listen to me. It's about me bringing on. I've interviewed, say this again, over 100 people in my various podcasts and such, and it gives you a perspective. This is why I love the idea of people getting involved in their own outreach, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, podcast. I love podcast. Oh, podcast. But if you have your own outreach, what that makes you do is it makes you formulate ideas. And so it's not just, well, I feel it and that's the way I do it. You have to actually explain it and put it into words. And so that opens up neural networks in our brain that requires us to put all the pieces together. Because if we say these things publicly, the public would love, I mean, they'll sharpen you. They'll tell you when you're doing it wrong. I mean, me up here, I get all sorts of people. If they think I'm doing it wrong, boy, they let me know. So it's a feedback. I mean, they're not nice about it, so you just got to let that roll off your back. But you can say, okay, what is the kernel of truth here? Is there something I need to change? Is there something I need to look into? And just that process is a growth experience. And so I encourage you to consider doing an outreach. And the only thing I got to say is, number one, you don't have to be an expert to put together an outreach. And number two, don't pretend you're an expert to have an outreach. Be completely honest as to where you are. And if you're a beginner, say, hey, I'm a beginner and I'm learning all of this stuff. And just do a record of your journey. If you're intermediate, you say, hey, I've been doing this for a year and I'm continuing to explore. Just say where you are. We have so many creators who come on trying to be experts right out the door, and then they get either ignored, they get embarrassed, and if they pull it off and everybody says, yeah, you're an expert, but they're really not, then there's something called the imposter syndrome. But in this case, it's earned to where, oh my gosh. So just be honest with your audience. But the outreach is a great way to sharpen ideas, and that's what this is. This is for. This forum is for here. And let's see. Excellent. I definitely want the eggs. That'll be part of our baby presentation on Saturday. Hey, Bill, I can't wait for the new channel. Just want you guys to keep me in your prayers. I lost my baby girl. Oh, 7 years old. That's pretty good. Is anybody has any Jacksonii babies, let me know. Well, you know what, Jimmy Stockton? You've got Exotic Bob Machacos, who's here in the chat. You need to get in touch with him. He has okay. Hopefully, he's answered. There we go. That's the guy you want to talk to. And Exotic Bob, go ahead and yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, everybody, I'm going to tell you right now, if you go to the channel, you're not going to see anything. But just so you know, if you want to go and check it out, it is Misty Forest Dragons. And so I don't even know if that'll come up. Let me see if it'll come up. Misty Forest Dragons. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to get you a link. We're going to do that. How do I get a link off of this? Give me a second. There we go. All right, everybody. I am going to be putting the link to the new video channel in the comments. And so if you want to go and sign up, please do. There is nothing there right now. There is nothing there, but I appreciate, sign up and you'll be ready to go. I appreciate you. Scroll across banner. There we go. I absolutely appreciate your support this early. So, okay. Let's see. Let me get back. Oh my goodness. I am so far behind in the chat. I am going to have to, so it is Misty Forest Dragons. Jimmy Stockton says, please do. I don't want another wild caught baby. Excellent. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Happy Bill. Happy Tuesday. I got a daytime humidity question. Living in SoCal, my room hygrometer says 71 and the screen enclosure is the same. Would you recommend a dehumidifier to bring it down? It's okay. It is okay to have high humidity. It's okay for your chameleon. If you've got a screen cage, that is perfect. The reason why we're concerned about daytime humidity is we don't want mold to grow in our hybrid cages where we have to decrease the airflow. If you've got airflow, the higher humidity, the better. The chameleons will do fine with 70, 80% humidity during the day. It's just it can't be stagnant air. And see, that's the problem that we have in captivity. Whenever we hold in humidity in an outside environment, which is low humidity, we have to do that without ventilation. We have a little bit of ventilation. We have air exchange. That's all we got. So we've got to be careful about stagnant air. If you're in a screen cage, you don't have to worry about that. So that's perfect. Don't dehumidify. That is wonderful. So, okay, Exotic Bob's cooking tacos. Nosy Mad Scientist, they do test holes, talking about a chameleon laying eggs, but they don't do it weeks beforehand. They may do it a couple of days beforehand, but not weeks. Although every chameleon is different. There will probably be some chameleon out there that does it weeks before, and someone's going to say, hey, you're wrong. So normally they don't do it. The chameleon dude from Hawaii recently had 4 baby Jackson's chameleons. I went to go feed them. This morning I found one dead. How to make sure this doesn't happen to the rest of them? Number one, I don't know how you're keeping them, but keep them separate and give them a nighttime drop. That's really the best. That is the best. My veiled hasn't eaten for almost a week. No sign of illness. He's hydrated. He's shedding, but that's never affected him before. Tried every bug. No go on any. All right, Brooke, that is very strange. We don't expect veiled chameleons to go on hunger strikes. They generally eat way too much. But I don't know what the problem is. If he's looking healthy, the way to check it is to weigh him. And if he's not losing more than 5% of his weight, it's no problem. It is strange for a veiled chameleon to go on hunger strike, but chameleons do that sometimes because they're bored. Now, once again, veiled chameleons rarely get bored of eating, but other chameleons will sometimes just be full, and so they won't eat. So I would say the best thing to do is weigh them, and weigh them every week. And if he starts losing a lot of weight, then there's something wrong. There's parasite, there's infection, there's something. And then that's time to get to a vet and say, hey, what's up here? Yeah, okay. Everybody's giving me a hard time about ficus trees. I don't like using ficus trees. They're wonderful trees. They're very useful. I don't like using them. So this is DJ's Aquatic Zoo. Been studying from you. Figure I'd drop in. Well, welcome. Very glad to have you here. Tyler's in the house. So okay, Chameleon Dude from Hawaii. Let's not yeah, guys, don't spam the comments, don't spam the chat. That is annoying to everybody. Okay, just trying to work through the chat here to let's say, Mike, he moves around the day, gets on me, and we go outside. Nothing abnormal from all I've seen. This is the chameleon that won't eat. That's strange. That is strange. So just subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Thank you for subscribing. That's all right. All right. Eric says black soldier flies have always worked for me to get mine to eat. You might have to buy the larva. Yeah, and Brooke, this is a. It's hard to tell exactly what may be going on, especially when a veiled chameleon goes on hunger strike. But you could try different foods. And what is your? Let's go ahead and tell us what your feeding schedule is. How much is he eating, and how often is he eating, and what is it he's eating? Maybe we can put our heads together and figure out something for you to try. So if you give us those 3 bits of information, we can maybe put something together. Let's see. No. Okay. Hey, everybody. I've tried to ask before, but I have a question. Obviously, I don't hotbox our panther chameleon, but does anyone know if there's any effects for panthers from vaping or smoking? I imagine it would be the same for human beings. It wouldn't be healthy for them. So I can't imagine that there would be there wouldn't be an effect, especially for their small lungs, their sensitive lungs. So just keep smoke, vape, keep anything away from them. Keep incense away from them. We've had some chameleons that have gone down because of incense. So keep their air as clean as possible. So, all right. Well, I'm going to put this down. We're going to take. So, what is going on? Let me change my camera here. See, okay. So I'm going to be changing things up. You'll be seeing details about this. I'm actually going to put my emerald tree boa in this cage behind me. And in this one, you see a whole lot of destruction, but you need to see I got my stump in. Let's see if we can, maybe I can do this without. There we go. I've got that's what I've been working on, is getting that stump in there. And so it is in there. And then I'm going to totally redo all of the plants. And I'm looking forward to that. And once that's done, in there is going to go the dart frog, the Europlatus fantasticus, and it's looking like I'll be able to get a first for Peteri. So a little baby first for Peteri. And the reason why that is important is because that's a chameleon that doesn't get too big. And so it won't be a danger to the gecko or the frog. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you, Nick. It took me so long to get that stump in there because it's heavy, and so and it's hollow in back, and so I had to figure out how do I keep this from people from being able to get behind it. So I had to build a little platform to it, and I had to put silicon it in, but I had to use great stuff so it would expand in the bottom part and fill things in. So it was quite the fun. How did you manage the stump? Oh, okay, well, yes, this stump is from Universal Rock, and then I used great stuff and silicon, and I stuck it to the wall, but all of the weight is being held on by a platform that I built, and that will be covered by the bioactive soil. Fogging idea for you. Ran 1-inch PVC, 24 inches long across the top of the cage with 18-inch saw cut lengthwise, makes a fog waterfall. All right, James. 18-inch saw cut lengthwise. All right. James will let you analyze that, and maybe that's something we can play with. He's already did it. Could you turn that stump into a fogger? I may be able, well, no, it wouldn't be easy to do because I could do that, but it would be complicated. There isn't a whole lot of room inside, but of course I could have a fogger on the outside and have a tube come in, but yeah, that would be an interesting, that's an interesting idea. I'll think about it. But I know I want my fog to come from the back corner, the top back corner, so it comes down the back of the cage and then it just billows up from the bottom. And the reason why I do that for those, we've had these fogging conversations, and so the reason why I do this is because chameleons don't like having fog going directly at them. Yes, they'll do that. They'll sit in the fog if they're in a screen cage. They will sleep under the fog too. But having a stream of fog come at them is not natural. They are in fog. The fog envelops around them, and they're actually most of my chameleons are actually scared of the fog. They don't like that. Visually, it's not what they expect. So our fogging technology, we have a long ways to go. So there's so much to work on in the future. Yeah, dart plugs into every nook and cranny. I need to make sure everything is sealed. Bill, do you already have the bioactive soil and substrates cleanup crew? Nick, I already have the bioactive soil, and I just need to put a new layer of leaves in there. Cleanup crew, there's supposed to be dairy cows in there, but I'm not finding any. I keep looking for them, and so I may have to reseed with dairy cows. I have powder oranges, but it's dairy cows that I love. Then again, if I'm going to have a dart frog in there, maybe powder oranges would be better. Actually, I should go for Costa Rica purples, those real small ones. That's probably what I should do. So I'm good with that. Oh, James talking about finding a bunch of racer snakes from eating the frogs. Hill hates the fog and moves away in the nighttime. Yep. If they see it, they don't like it. Yeah. All right, everybody. It is. Oh yes. I use dairy cows as feeder. Yes, I had dairy cows in my panther cage, and when he discovered that there were dairy cows down there, he would not. He loved it. He would hunt day and night just to find those dairy cows, and I think he got them all. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, all right, everybody. It's coming to the end here, so put in any last questions in the chat, and join us tomorrow if you want to be all hardcore about it. Join me and James and the Cluminati tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Pacific on Instagram. Not Instagram, YouTube. YouTube for the DIY Chameleon guys. And if you're and sign up for the newsletter. Oh, where do we got? So yeah, just go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. A new issue is coming out on Thursday. So if you sign up now, you get Thursday's issue. Menu, it says newsletter. You just go there, sign up, and you will get the the newsletter that comes out on Thursday. Bill, can't wait to see it. Thank you very much. So that I have coming out, it is. I'm really happy about it. So it's a lot of work, but really happy about it. Gonna send you a Usarium care pack. Oh, hey! Ooh, dwarf lights sound good too. Wow, that would be awesome. All right, getting all the way down here. Speaking of eating dairy cows, those are isopods, right? Yes, those are isopods. There we go. If I were to buy your 2x2x4 enclosure, what's the first step to making a bioactive bunch of planks and build a 12-inch planter box for it to sit on? And that's it. Then fill it up with bioactive soil, and you've got it. That's what I do actually. I have, it's an outdoor version of it. But what I do is I create a 12-inch planter box, put the cage on top of it, and it works great. And you can do that for inside as well. Of my chameleon hatchlings, I want to make sure they look good for their age and if they are male or female. I don't do sexing because actually I'm not that good at it, and the thing is I don't do much in the way I like to do things here on the live session for everybody to join in. My still spread in the show tomorrow on slideshow of babies, and if they're good pictures, they got to be good pictures. I'll include them there, and we can talk about it. But we're back on it. I'm going to figure out what's going on, so by Saturday it'll be better. So tomorrow morning or on the newsletter. Bye.